Back to the Blessed Beyond Measure podcast. I'm your host, CL the Source. Thank you once again for tuning in to a brand new episode. And I know it's been a minute. It's been a while. It's been a good amount of time since the last time I dropped an episode. And that episode, in fact, was the commemorative episode where I celebrated the 2-year anniversary since the birth of this podcast. And that is featuring my boy, A to the B, A-D-Y, Adam Stacy. If you haven't checked it out, please go ahead and do that. There's a lot of cool information, a lot of cool stuff. Great conversation with my brother. It was really cool to just celebrate and reflect upon the 2 years since I made this podcast. And that episode really has a lot in it. So I think you'll really enjoy it. If you haven't already seen it, please make sure you go back into the archives and go ahead and check that out. But and going forward, and I do apologize if there's a little bit of background noise in the back. There's some construction going on in the neighborhood I live in, and sometimes the planes fly over us because we're so close to San Francisco International. So I do apologize in advance for that. And really, before I move any forward, I really just want to thank you. Thank you, the viewer. Thank you, the listener. Thank you, the good person that you are, for just wanting to get out here and listen to something that's good for your soul. Listen to something that has the aim to help you and help pour into you. And really, more important right now, for this episode, I want to thank you for your patience, because I recently haven't been posting content as consistently as I was earlier on. And I got to admit, running a podcast, running my own brand, being an entrepreneur, all while working for an employer, all while trying to maintain a healthy and enjoy, just a life that I can enjoy. It's extremely challenging. It definitely ain't easy. And there's a lot going on in my life right now, and there's a lot of moving pieces, which I'll be talking about in further detail as this episode goes on. But as things settle into place and more kind of starts happening for me, and things just kind of become a little bit more calmer, I will definitely get back to a more consistent posting schedule. Definitely got a lot of things going on. Like I said, I'll mention in further detail as this thing goes on. But my commitment to you is not only to bring more content, but also to bring a lot more premium content, a lot more quality content. A lot of the work I've been doing personally, aside from some of the other moving pieces, which I will talk about moving forward in this podcast, is also just spending a lot of time trying to learn more, add more skills to my repertoire so that I can kind of bring more quality content to you. You know what I'm saying? And that's really kind of spending more time, investing more time into learning more how to edit, learning more how to create, practicing my speech, refining my speech, my confidence, everything of that sort. So, and it's all in order to bring the best type of value to you, the viewer, the listener, the good person that you are. So thank you for your patience. And going forward, I got a lot of exciting stuff going on. So let's get into it. So a few updates, and I'll just kind of go down the line here, go down the docket. It's a big one. I've been keeping this under wraps for a minute, but I'm excited to share with you that I'm going to be leaving the Bay Area and doing some traveling and really just getting out into the world and experiencing what life has to offer outside of my comfort zone. If you've been following my story, I am originally from the Bay Area. I love this place. My family, my friends are here. Everything I know and love is out here. You know what I'm saying? And I was also spending some time out in Southern California, which is about 6 hours away from Northern California. About 4.5, 5 hour drive. If you drive like me, up to 5. But either way, I spent about 6 years out in Southern California, away from Northern California, which is my home. And that was a great experience where I learned a lot, but ultimately ended up coming back home and felt really, really great about it. I still do. I love home. You know what I'm saying? But right now, I've kind of reached a point in my life where I've got that bug. I've got that itch to explore some more and go outside of myself, go outside of my comfort zone. So I'm going to be doing some traveling, and I'm going to be doing some just listening to the universe. Really, honestly, I feel like the universe is pushing me in this direction. Energy wise, it feels great. It feels like the right time in my life. And I'm so excited. And the first stop for me is going to be somewhere I really, really love. It's going to be in Hawaii. I plan on spending some time out there. I don't know how much time. I'm just going to kind of wing it. I've got some plans that I got lined up. So it's going to be very exciting. And part of like my journey has been really learning more and more who I am, how I can be the best version of myself. And one of the biggest things I've learned about myself most recently is when I'm in that highest state of peace, that state of calm, that state of clarity, I feel like I can be my best self. I make the best decisions for myself and for others and really for my life. So I kind of put two and two together. I've had the pleasure and the privilege of being able to go to Hawaii so many times throughout my life, and it's somewhere that I know, somewhere that I love. But at the same time, I don't know everything about it, and I haven't been to all the islands. I haven't done a lot of the things that I probably wanted to get to do, but you kind of just run out of time when you go out there for vacation. So my first stop is going to be Hawaii, and one of the biggest reasons why I chose to go to Hawaii is not only because of the familiarity that I have, but also because I have family out there. I have some people I could tap in with. And also, I feel like the island speaks to my soul. I really honestly believe that's like the biggest reason why I'm going out there. I feel like the weather is everything I'm always looking for. If you know anything about the Bay Area, especially where I'm at in San Francisco, Daly City area along the peninsula, it gets cold, it gets wet, it gets muggy, it gets foggy, it gets windy, it gets rainy, it gets all these different things. And knowing myself, I find myself to be at my very best when I'm in a warm tropical environment. So I figured, why not? If I'm going to travel, if I'm going to go out there into the world and experience life, why not start in Hawaii? Let's see what I got going on over here. I got a solid baseline to kind of kick things off and see how things go. You know what I'm saying? Why not? You know what I mean? I'm in a pretty unique situation where I don't have any like major things tying me down. I don't have any kids. I don't have a mortgage to pay. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty free in regards to all of that. So I'm going to take advantage while I got this time and really go out there and experience some things. And, it's just, again, it's that time in my life where I feel like I got to get outside of my comfort zone. I got to give myself a new challenge. I got to go explore. I got to see what I'm made of, and putting myself outside of that comfort zone, I really firmly believe will pull the very best out of me. And you'll see that reflected in everything that I do. And that leads me, that's a perfect segue into my next update for y'all. I am going to be vlogging a lot of what I'm doing out there. I'm going to invest in grabbing a GoPro. I'm going to be documenting a lot of the different things I got going on, whether that's hiking, eating different foods, meeting different people, experiencing different things, checking out new things for the first time. So be on the lookout for that. That vlog is going to be connected to the Blessed Beyond Measure podcast YouTube channel, so you can keep everything kind of in one place for y'all. I'm going to kind of have it separated. I'll have different playlists, for the vlog and for the podcast. The podcast is going to continue to keep moving. It's going to continue to keep growing. Wherever I go, the podcast is coming with me and y'all coming with me. So the vlog is really just going to be something new to kind of add to it. And it's going to give you more of a visual into my everyday life as I experience Hawaii, as I put myself into new situations, like I mentioned, whether it be eating, hiking, all these different things, you know what I'm saying? Spending time at the beach, doing the things I love to do, all that good stuff. So you'll be able to really keep up on my progress. So I'm really excited about sharing that with y'all and giving you a dope visual. So the time I've been spending on learning how to edit and everything like that has really been geared towards helping me create this vlog. So I'm very, very excited to share that with y'all. So be on the lookout for that. Now, something I kind of want to also want to talk about is possibly rebranding. I've thought about this several at various points in, while I was like creating this podcast and everything like that. And I'm thinking about changing the name from Blessed Beyond Measure podcast to something completely different. It's going to be along the same lines of what I do, but the whole idea behind it is really to kind of drill down, to really kind of niche down and really kind of hone in on what it is I'm doing here. I talk a lot about mental health, spirituality, growth, health, um, just everything about self-improvement, self-development, everything like that, and everything that I'm learning. And I'm really just trying to share that with y'all. But I really want to kind of like drill that down a whole lot more and get more specific about what it is I'm doing here. I haven't quite figured out what it is I want to name the podcast, but it's going to be along the same lines. And it's not even a full possibility. It's a possibility. It's not even the decision hasn't been made just yet. So, it's just something I've kind of been thinking on. Share your thoughts with me. Hit me in the comment section. Hit me up online on my Instagram, on TikTok, Twitter, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? And just let me know what y'all thinking, because I really feel like in order to, like, if I'm going to do that, it's going to be to the benefit of y'all. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be not only a benefit to y'all, but it's also going to be a benefit to me, because I could really kind of just drill down. It won't be so vague. It won't be so all over the place. You know what I'm saying? So, like I mentioned, I got the vlog going on, so I'll be kind of keeping that close by, but separate from the podcast, right? So we got that going on as a potential possibility. And also, before I wrap this up, it's crazy to say, but I'm approaching 100 episodes of the Blessed Beyond Measure podcast. And that's a trip. I just hit 2 years. I'm approaching 100 episodes. I'm getting closer and closer to that 10,000 hours, y'all. I'm getting more and more comfortable out here speaking on the mic, sharing what I got for y'all, kind of really, really understanding my purpose. It's becoming more and more clear to me. So I'm excited about the growth that's already been had, the lessons I've already learned. And I'm so much more excited about everything that's about to happen. It's been a great journey so far, and I don't know what's going to happen, but I am excited to share it all with you. It's a big move. It's a move full of a lot of question marks, but if you've been following my story, y'all know most of the worst things that's been happening in my life. I say the worst thing that happened in my life already has happened. So whatever happens in my life, I'm ready for it. You know what I'm saying? I beat cancer. That 2-year experience of going in and out of the hospital, going through chemotherapy, surgeries, coughing up blood, taking all these different medicines, not knowing if I'm going to wake up the next day, losing my hair, losing all that stuff. That shit was crazy. So to me, that was the worst thing that could ever happen in my life. And if I survived that and I beat that and I came out on top and I emerged victorious from that, what else can life throw at me that I can't handle? That's the mindset that I have, and I'm ready for it. Honestly, I'm built for everything that's being put in front of me. I've come to the realization that I can't just work a job for the rest of my life. That's just not for me. I've tried to make it work. Lord knows I've tried. I really put myself out there. I've focused on my career. I put my health on the line for my career. I've worked my ass off, but for whatever reason, things just kind of fell apart. And I take that more as a sign of it's happening for a bigger reason. It's happening to push me to go for my dreams, to go for my goals, to do what's aligned with my purpose, to live in my truth. And I think what it means is I got to go full time with what I got going on here with y'all, with the Blessed Beyond Measure podcast, with the vlog coming up, with the potential rebrand, with everything going on, and just becoming a full on entrepreneur and really just getting outside of my comfort zone and really just producing and learning and growing, experiencing, living, sharing, and just living life. You know what I'm saying? So more power to anybody that got a job and that's working for them. You know what I'm saying? That got a career and that they're happy with and everything like of that nature. But for me, I'm listening to the winds of the universe tell me that ain't for me. So I'm gonna go out there into the world and I'm gonna see what happens next. I'm gonna go out there and do the best that I can, and we'll see what happens. And y'all gonna be there every step of the way with me. You know what I'm saying? So I'm excited about that, and I'm excited about what's to come. I can't sit here and lie to y'all and tell y'all that like I'm not scared, I'm not worried, I'm not concerned. But those are all thoughts and emotions that I'm feeling that take a complete backseat to the overall excitement that I have, the the wonder that I have, the curiosity that I have, the just everything that's kind of running through me with a move like this. So I'm excited. I think the biggest word is excited about this, and I trust myself to just continue to evolve, to adapt, to adjust, to learn, to grow. Everything that's happening in my life is happening to teach me things, to help me grow, to help me expand, to help me evolve, to help me just be the best version of myself, to get outside of that comfort zone. And I'm going to share it all with y'all like I've been doing. So if you've been rocking with me from day one, if you've been rocking with me since day 20, or you just found out about me now, I thank you. I thank you sincerely. And I'm going to do my very best to learn everything I can, to apply it into my life, and to see what's working. And I'm going to continue to share that with y'all. So please, please continue to rock with me, continue to follow my progress. And if you feel like this can benefit somebody else, please, please, please share that with somebody. And before I get up out of here, I just want to please remind you to also leave a review, leave some comments. Like I mentioned, share this podcast with other people and help me grow, help this whole podcast grow, because I really want to inspire and affect as many people as possible, and really just relate to as many people as possible as well. So with that being said, thank y'all once again for tuning in to another episode of the Blessed Beyond Measure podcast. Be on the lookout for all that crazy stuff we got going on, all that exciting stuff we got coming on the way. So yeah, till next time, y'all. Peace and love. Stay up and stay blessed. Peace. Yeah. Listen.